Borrow Smart segment today being brought to you by rsrhomeselect.com. rsrhomeselect.com. What to know about mortgage down payment assistance programs. That is our subject today. Trying to save money for a down payment can be a major obstacle to home ownership for many consumers. Nearly 60% of millennials say that coming up with a down payment is one of the biggest obstacles standing in the way of home ownership, according to a recent survey by Apartment List. Yet if you're worried about not being able to come up with the money you need to afford a down payment on a home, there's good news. Thanks to mortgage down payment assistance programs, you might not have to rely on your savings alone to accomplish your goal of becoming a homeowner. The guide that we're going to share with you will help you understand what mortgage down payment assistance is, how these types of programs work, and where to look for the type of financial assistance. Here's what you need to know if you're interested in using mortgage down payment assistance when you purchase a home. First off, what is mortgage down payment assistance? We also call it a DPA. DPA programs are grants, low-interest loans, forgivable loans, and deferred payment loans that can help you pay for the cost of a down payment. In some cases, DPA programs may help with closing costs too. These types of programs can help reduce the financial burden borrowers face when trying to save up large amounts of cash to buy a home. The funds for down payment assistance programs often come from government agencies. However, there are private lenders and other organizations that issue DPA funds to borrowers as well. Last time I looked, there were 352 down payment assistance programs just in the state of California alone. How mortgage down payment assistance works, each down payment assistance program is different. So if you're interested in finding financial help during the home buying process, it's wise to research the details of each program, including how much assistance they offer, whether the funds are forgivable grants or loans, and if you are able to qualify. For some DPA programs, you may need to fill out a mortgage application and go through your lender. Yet with others, you may be able to apply for financial assistance separately as long as your lender will accept the DPA funds should you qualify. Eligibility requirements. In many cases, down payment assistance programs are restricted to first-time home buyers. As long as you haven't owned a home in the last 3 years, you may qualify for certain programs. Other DPA program eligibility requirements may include minimum FICO score. You may need to have at least a minimum FICO score or higher to participate in some DPA programs. Low-income borrowers. If you earn more than a certain amount per year, you may not be eligible for certain DPA programs. Primary residence down payment assistance programs are typically only available to help buyers of primary residences, not investment or rental properties. Purchase price limitations. Some DPA programs may place restrictions on the maximum purchase price of the home you wish to purchase. Home buyer education. You may need to complete a home buyer education course prior to closing. What are some of the types of mortgage down payment assistance programs? There are two primary types of down payment assistance programs available to help buyers. Number one is grants. Grants are DPA funds you do not have to repay. You may be able to use grants to cover your down payment and sometimes closing costs as well. Second is loans. A down payment assistance loan could be another way to find help coming up with funds for your down payment and possibly closing costs on a mortgage as well. These types of loans typically function as a second mortgage, but depending on the DPA program, they may come in several different varieties. You might find a forgivable loan. These types of loans act like grants. You don't have to repay them, but you generally need to remain in the house for a certain number of years after the purchase before the lender forgives the debt. Deferred payment loans. In general, borrowers can put off making payments on these types of loans until they move, refinance the first mortgage, or until the end of the loan's term. Low interest loans. With a low interest loan, you'll own a second payment alongside your first mortgage each month for down payment assistance. Yet since the loan features a low interest rate, and in some instances, no interest, the goal is for payment to be more affordable. So where do you find down payment assistance grants and loans? If you're interested in using a grant or DPA, here are some resources. Freddie Mac Down Payment Assistance Database, your state housing finance authority, National Home Buyers Fund, Bank of America grants, PNC closing cost assistance grants, Wells Fargo grants. You can consider search the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development website for home buyer programs in your area. I haven't tried it, but my bet is if you go to ChatGPT and just put in their home down payment assistance programs and then put your state and then put your city, I bet there's going to be some that come up in that way as well. Let me just try. I'm going to try that real quick. In California, let's see if we, what do you think we're going to find? Is ChatGPT going to find it? I'm going to bet that they do. So you can almost find anything on artificial intelligence anymore. Yeah, so I just went in here and put that. Here's what I put in to ChatGPT. Down payment assistance in California or Orange County. If I put in a better prompt, I would have got a better response. But it tells me my home assistance program is a Cal HFA program, Cal HFA zero interest program, GSFA platinum program. Then I get into Orange County and there's a bunch of those. And it gives me a bunch of resources all in there just for the same thing. So when you're hearing in the news, and I don't know if it's all over the news, I'm assuming that it's on the streaming services as well. Right now, everything is about AI, artificial intelligence. Are you using it? Are you taking advantage of some of these things? Now, I'm going to share not everything that comes out on there is 100% accurate. It is not all, and it needs to be modified. Okay, but you can get a lot of really good information on there. Take use of it. That is the Borrow Smart segment brought to you by rsrhomeselect.com, rsrhomeselect.com.